get started, thank you everybody for showing up and the beautiful sunny day. Why don't we ask our questions at the end of the presentation, which would be greatly appreciated. And for those on the TV world, just have yourself muted so we don't have any feedback and stuff. So we're here to talk about the Royal and the
Georgia Blue.
And the Georgia Blue, all very close to downtown Victoria, beautiful downtown Victoria, our capital. And we have Tia live and Kimberly on screen. If you, she's there somewhere. I thought I just saw her. So I want to welcome them to the company and thank you for coming. It's last minute, I know, but we really appreciate the effort and we'll have you back in again.
Awesome.
For all your projects anytime that you want. How's that? Okay, so everybody, welcome guys. Come on in. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Easy. Thanks for having us this morning. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to take a look at our projects. But I wanted to introduce myself and Kimberly. We're from Abode and Abode Developments. We have a couple different projects in Victoria here that we wanted to launch, one being specifically VIP, and it's launching tomorrow. We did launch with a few agents last week out of Century 21. We had a pretty great turnout actually. And then Kim's going to chat a little bit about the Royale, which is our condo development in Victoria as well. So I was raised in Victoria, so I know the value of having properties that cash flow. And I find over there right now with pre-sales, we are still seeing quite a bit of cash flow. So the condo market is fantastic still there. And then these brand new townhouse development site that we have launching tomorrow is actually a really great cash flow as well. Both suburbs of Victoria, so pretty close from the ferries and the airport as well as downtown Victoria. And then both of them are different product types. So we thought that we'd launch the Royale and explain kind of what that is. We have a couple agents actually from Century 21 that purchased themselves, which is great. So I'm really excited for the support. So thank you guys for that. So I'm going to let Kim, who's part of the team, she's going to go into the Royale a little bit. She's going to show you and share her screen on what's left outstanding there. And then I'll get into the Georgia Blue a little bit more just a little bit later. So go ahead, Kim.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen.
Awesome.
Okay.
There you have it.
So as Tita mentioned, the Royale is close to the heart of downtown Victoria. It's actually in View Royal. It's about 15 minutes from the Harbour Air Seaplanes, 25 minutes from the Victoria Airport, and close to Victoria General Hospital, which is a really great hub if you wanted to do rental. Really great tenants coming from there. So the development is 55 units total, from 1 bedroom all the way to 3 bedrooms, starting at the mid 500s and going up to about 799. That spans over 6 floors. So I'll just show you some of the interiors. So we have 2 color schemes, the Pasadena and the Arcadia. The Arcadia is more of a kind of modern gray, whereas the Pasadena is a light and bright modern look. So if you can see, there's the 2 color schemes side by side for the living and kitchens. And then again for the bathrooms. At the base of the development is a community focused grocery store and cafe. The chef from Cordova Bay Golf Course is actually the chef who is going to be creating all of the meals. It's kind of a Whole Foods style cafe. It's called 1,000 Acres. It's a local establishment, which is really nice. And it'll keep your strata fees low because you'll have your grocery store, not a lot of other amenities other than a rooftop patio. But you'll have a really great, cafe and grocery store that you have easy access to. It'll also be a really great hub for the area because there's not really anything like it in the area. So it'll draw a lot of business, which is fantastic. So in terms of the features of the Royale, all of the homes have premium wide plank flooring, European inspired cabinetry with soft closed doors. Again, you have the 2 color schemes to pick from. Every unit has air conditioning, which is fantastic. You have 9-foot ceilings, custom shelving built in the kitchens, and quartz Carrera countertops. All of the units have a parking spot, and I do believe there is some storage units left over. And there is EV charging available. All of the primary washrooms have new heat flooring, and they're all kind of European inspired, beautiful bathrooms. And then I think that's about it. Oh, we do have a contract as well with Clean Host. It's a property management company. And for us, they're offering 1 month free of their services. And in terms of rental in the area, for the 1 bedrooms, you'd get about $2,400 to $2,600. 1 bedroom in dens, you'd get $26 to $29. 2 bedrooms, you get $29 to about $3,200. And then 2 bedrooms in den, you get $33 to about $3,600. And yeah, if you wanted to use the property management service, they're really great, and they could manage it while you're living in Vancouver.
Awesome. Thank you.
Kim, do you just want to share the strata fees?
I actually don't have the strata fees on me.
I
But
think
I
they're
can get those.
92 cents per square foot, but we can go into that a little bit more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll send everyone the full digital package. So that you guys can have everything kind of at your fingertips. And then if you want any more information, you can just reach out to us. We'll go from there.
Mhm.
And we're happy to do, we understand that Zoom is, imperative for clients who aren't actually there, but we have been flying people out to kind of go take site walks as well. So if you have someone interested, just let me know and we can set that up with the developer. Along with if we need to do a Zoom call and support you through the sales process, we can do that too. So great. So we'll move over to Georgia Blue now. If you don't mind sharing the screen, Kim, that would be great. So
Yep.
Georgia
Can you
Blue.
see it?
Yeah, we can. That's perfect.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
I'll talk a little bit about the developer first. So Sonali Developments are actually Vancouver-based and Victoria-based. They're a well-known family here in Vancouver. They've been part of the community for over 60, 70 years. They've actually have a great hub, and they own a couple of the golf courses there in Victoria as well. So they're very familiar with both communities. They wanted to create something not just affordable, but that's, presentable and lovely, and that people still want to be able to move into, while still having prices that meet, clients' needs. All of their names for their projects are either a John Cochrane song, or they also race horses, really famous one. So it's either one of those. So the Georgia Blue is one of their old horses. The Royale was one of their old horses as well. His name was Bud Royale. So it's got kind of a cute story to it. So they've done quite a bit of, the Daisy, there you go, and the Pebbles. So the 3 ones that you have, the Glen's completed, the Daisy and the Pebbles are actually on their way up, and so is the Ray. That's going to come up probably at end of this year, early next. The Royale, they're just finishing up, and then of course we're going into the Georgia Blue today. So I'll kind of walk you through what Georgia Blue is. So 28 townhomes. It's in Glanford, which is the heart of Saanich. Saanich has now been rezoned quite a bit. It kind of took over the same provincial guidelines that we have here in Vancouver. So Victoria as a hub itself, you're about 10 minutes away from what we call Uptown Mall. That whole area and that whole zone has been rezoned for high rises, amenities, shopping, etc. And it's creating the new downtown for Victoria, outside of downtown Victoria, if that makes sense. So think of like an Olympic Village or something like that, but actually larger. And it's going to have the first light rail transit hub that Victoria has ever seen, which is actually exciting. So 20 minutes away from, I'd say about 15 minutes away, me and Melissa tested this, away from downtown, and about 15, 18 minutes away from the ferries and the airport, which is great. Elementary schools, school catchment, there's a middle school right behind this project as well, which is exciting. And then of course, all the amenities are close by, which is great. And you can just jump on the highway too. So location, like I said, Glanford and Saanich, so tons of shopping, tons of school catchment areas, 28 townhomes, which is exciting. So they range in size from, I believe it goes from about 1,200 square feet all the way up to 2,200 square feet. The unique things about these townhomes, and what's very rare to Victoria, is all of them come with a rooftop patio, and the smallest rooftop patio is 583 square feet. The largest one is almost 800 square feet. So it's almost a full size of your main living space, which is very, very exciting. They also come with garages. Majority of them, I would say about 90% of them, come with 2-car garages that are EV ready. And then the other smaller units, there's 2 smaller units starting at $999. And those ones have single and a pad, but really great storage space as well. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Some of the larger units, like I said, are a bit wider, and they actually directly behind you have some green space. But you will see like nice, lovely landscaped area surrounding it. So range in price point from 9,999, which is great because anything under 1.1, you don't have to pay PTT on. And then they go up to 1.299. So pretty decent price point for everyone. In terms of rental, it follows the Victoria bylaws. So there's a 30-day short-term rental. So if you wanted to do something furnished, obviously the community still needs short-term rentals. You could get somewhere between 6,000 to 9,000. If you're looking for an everyday renter or tenant, you're looking at about 4,000 to 5,500. So again, really great cash flow. You know, the rent prices are crazy still, I think, in Vancouver and Victoria, which is great, but price points are still affordable. So family oriented, but obviously there's quite a bit of investors that are looking at this too. So we do have a possible offer. We haven't launched yet. We launched tomorrow, well today, but most likely tomorrow morning. We do have someone who's looking at the 9,991. However, we do have one more that we're offering VIP status to everyone else. So we'll just show you kind of the interior schemes so you can take a look. So wide plank flooring, beautiful behind mounted lighting, undermount sinks, new floor heat as well in the bathroom, same developer. So you're going to get the same beautiful style. The kitchens have large, beautiful quartz countertops, which is great. And then of course there's primary bedroom has your ensuite, and then of course 2 more bedrooms on top of it. So you can scooch down a little bit, Kim. Kind of give you an idea. We do have a virtual tour. We'll send out the link afterwards because the virtual tour is actually very stunning and you can actually walk yourself through the whole entire project. And then of course there's two color schemes here. So we have the Del Mar, which is the lighter color scheme. And then we have the Soho directly underneath it, which is a dark color scheme there. So you can take a peek there. Strata fees are quite low, between $220 and about $350. Which is great for the size units that you're getting. And like I said, everything comes with new home warranty, air conditioning, and then EV charger ready as well. So we'll send all of the information package over to everybody. Feel free to register, and that actually gets you the virtual link. We do have an incentive today as well. There's 2 incentives specifically for Century 21, I want to admit, which is great. For everyone attending today, there is a gift card draw. So we're going to get all your names for whoever attended later today, and we'll let you guys know who the winner is tomorrow. Well, there's something better. One more. So we actually have, for anyone who sells either one of the Royale units and one of the Georgia Blue or 2 of each, we actually have a 6,000 all paid inclusive trip to the Paradisus that the developer wanted to put forward. So that is something that we'll give you some information on. And of course, there's different incentives for clients as well, because we understand that we have a really great partnership with you guys. And both of your, Karen and Melissa, both supported the project, which is really exciting, and they both purchased themselves. So we just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys for having us. So yeah. Okay, well, anyways, I will let you guys go on with the rest of your day, but if you have any questions, yes, please.
What are the utilities like the bills? Is it gas or electric? Or
So electric. So Victoria follows the same Vancouver policy with no gas for any new home builds. In saying that, they do have some space for electric that could be upgraded. There's different upgrades that you can add. They're only within 10,000-15,000 of just making it a little bit more customized. Some people would prefer, depending if it's an investment or if it's clients, on what that is.
And the air conditioning, is it geothermal or is it?
No.
Is it?
It's furnace.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then EV charger ready, so roughen as well, which is nice. And the garages are quite nice. Like when you go through the virtual tour, you'll see kind of the spaciousness. Of course, there's obviously some leeway that we take with some of the renderings, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, no, they're quite beautiful. And all the outdoor space that comes with the Georgia Blue, you have 2 decks and then the rooftop deck on top of it, which is quite nice. And when I say it's one of the kind, like there's barely any rooftop decks in Victoria that you see. So I think they're trying to bring a little bit of that.
What would their view look like?
So they have green space on the back end units. If you look at the site plan, I don't know if Kim, if it's on there. Yeah, there it is. So I'm just going to point this out here. But on the back end here, you have some green space. Here it's a quiet street, tree-lined street on both sides. Here it's kind of your main road, but there's some landscaping in front of you. And when I say main, it's quite quiet. Bladford Street isn't like a big thoroughway by any means. So yeah, so it's actually it's a for sure residential suburb. But the great thing is around the corner, right down the street, it's connected to a street called Mackenzie Street that takes you to the highway, like directly onto the highway, which either takes you south to downtown or north to the ferries, which is great.
And what about your demographic? What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of families. In saying that, it's interesting because the Royale with the medical school, the VGH, sorry, only 10 minutes over the overpass. We're finding a lot of people are coming and doing smaller stints in Victoria. Even myself, like Melissa can attest to this, we've been going back and forth on flights and it's so busy with people just commuting back and forth. So I do feel like there's quite a bit of Vancouverites or people from Calgary and interior kind of moving into Victoria. So we're seeing singles, we're seeing, residential families. It is in a really great school catchment area. There's a French immersion school right down the street. There's a middle school directly behind you, and there's an elementary school 5 minutes away from there. So, but that new pocket, if you go to the map, Kim, I'll kind of point out, there's this little pocket right here. There's a Swan Lake right here, but just down here, which is literally 10 minutes away from both the View Royal, probably about 15 minutes away, 10 minutes away from the Glanford. And that whole hub, if you look it up, and I can send that to you, it's like a new metropolis. Like it's like Brentwood on steroids, pretty much, of what they're going to be doing there. So I definitely think in terms of investment, just purchasing one, it's going to be really great value.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions? I got one more. What about green space walking, dog walking and all that? Is there some nice trails around there?
If you see that green and blue kind of area, that's literally 5 minutes from your house. Swan Lake and Galloping Goose is directly right around the corner. And then there's some trail space behind Carey, which is 2-minute steps from Glanford, which is great. So yeah, you've got everything that you need pretty much is in that hub, which is great. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I asked because I just got a dog, so it's always in my head.
Oh, nice. Perfect. Are you purchasing one?
Not yet.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Great vacation
Yeah,
home.
yeah. Thanks, guys. That was wonderful. Thank you very, very much. And great incentives. And like they said, they're going to give us all the data. We're going to give it to you. So please share it. They can share it with the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Share it with your world. Remember, if you want to trip out there, let's try to coordinate a group to go instead of one-offs. It'd be nice to have a little bit of a road trip, whether we fly or grab or go into a car and stuff like
She
that.
just wanted me to stand next to you.
Absolutely. Can you see us? Perfect.
Thanks, guys.
So, anybody else have any questions? Melissa, any comments? And thank you for helping us organize this.
Yeah, sure. My comments are just like the more I've looked into it and kind of as my own investment, because I did buy in this, the Rail. My kind of idea is I'm going to furnish mine and I'm going to rent to medical professionals because it's 10 minutes from the Victoria Hospital. There's a massive shortage of rentals and accommodation for people coming. They're bringing a lot of people into the province for nurses, doctors, all of these things. We actually have someone within the company that also partners with a staffing company that house these people. So we did a presentation last week with all Century 21 people like across Canada. And they were, we were kind of like introducing this idea because based on what people are finding for them to stay in hotels or finding rentals, they're either not available or not affordable. So to have them, for us to be able to provide those housing options for people kind of, even if it's 6 months or something until they buy, which, we have the opportunity to do here. We're kind of trying to present that there. That's what I'm going to do with my investment.
Well, that's what they're doing here. Some developers have homes. So when they're building someone's home and things go too long, they can house them. And for the Royal, that was the first one you presented.
Yeah.
I always thought that with what's the idea with the chef that you talked about?
So downstairs, it's a local market. Think about Whole Foods.
Oh, okay.
Starting out, which is really great.
Right.
It actually has farm to table food going in there. It's all local ingredients, which is great. It's supporting local markets, which is exciting. And then the chef in Cordova Bay is the one who's preparing all the meals to go meals and all that stuff. So it will be kind of like a new hub in it.
So it could be kind of a retirement area too, right?
It's like a full new community. I would say it's more young professional community. That's what I feel like it's gonna, but I mean, it could be either for sure. And you're only 2 blocks from the ocean, but
I
Yeah.
was well, on the backside, after the 3rd floor, you get mountain views. On the other side, 4.5 to 5, you're gonna see water views, which is
Beautiful.
So,
Yeah. That's why I was got confused with the two. The first one, the Royal was by the water and stuff like that.
Glenford, I find it's a little bit more suburban. View Royal's got a little bit more amenities and
Right.
walkability.
and it's kind of just starting to kind of build up more, right? But accessible, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody on TV land have any questions?
Let's check. Nope.
Nope.
We're
Well,
good.
again, thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. And our office is your office. Anytime you have any projects, any of the leftovers that you want to announce, please come on in.
Will do.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So, Doug, are you still there? He's got to be there.
Yeah,
You have
I'm here,
anything to
Mike.
say,
Yeah,
Doug?
I'm here.
Okay. So, Doug, why don't you, do you have any housekeeping?
I do, yes, thank you.
Please.
I got a call from the big guy. You guys aren't gonna want to hear this, but he called me. And he created a naughty and nice list. And it's, this naughty and nice list is gonna be, it's on the honor system, so you're gonna have to decide what list you're on. And I'll give you the list of the naughty and the nice, and then you as a realtor are gonna have to decide where you sit. So we'll start with the bad first, the naughty. Missing expiry dates on your subject removals. Not returning texts and phone calls. Soliciting other people's listings. Not sending in proper paperwork in a timely manner. Not attending meetings. Not doing your PDP classes on time and letting your license expire. Not having someone taking care of your business while you're away. And coming late to meetings, Rhiannon. This is for the nice side. Now, if you're on this one, you get bonus points. Now, volunteering for things like the blanket drive and the real estate board events, that kind of thing. Contributing to Easter seals. Hopefully, you've all put a little thing on all of your deals. That every deal that goes through, you contribute a little bit something to them. That's really, really important. So please do so. I know I am, and hopefully you are. Attending and participating in sales meetings. Now, I just noticed that we've got Rhiannon, who is a little late, but that's okay. We got Ting, we got James, we got Armand, we got Melissa and Karen. You're all going to the good list, so hopefully the big fella is going to be a little extra attentive to you this year. So look forward to it at the Christmas meeting. Bringing goodies to Angel, Daisy, and Angeli in the office. That's a good thing too. Little things to going forward. And ordering your feature sheets on time in a timely manner, like on Wednesday, not on Friday afternoon when you need them for the weekend. That's all I got, Mike. That's the naughty and good list.
All right. Angel, you want to put me back on? Thanks.
Yes, one
That
second.
was really good, Doug. I appreciate that. So, yes, Easter seals, guys. This is our drive next year. And for all of you that don't know what Easter seals is, it's BC Lions Society at Century 21, North America's charity of choice. And basically, we help raise money for kids that have disabilities, both mental and physical. But remember, they're just kids and they need some help and they need our help. So whatever we can do in the office or ask Angel to send it to you. Anytime you do a deal, you have an option of donating $25 to $600 or whatever the number is per deal, and you get the tax write-off. So a little bit helps and a little bit makes a lot. So let's make a lot by giving a little bit each time. Christmas party, we're having it at the Park Row Hotel, starts at 5 o'clock. Heather and I are welcoming you all as our guests. So please come. No drinking and driving, be responsible, but we're going to have a great time. It's going to be a beautiful evening too, great views. So we're really, really looking forward to that. And today is the last meeting of a Tuesday meeting for the new year. Every Monday, I'll still have my 11:30s. You can come in and check in and tell us what you did, what you found, and what you're going to do with it. And sometimes when you talk out loud about who you found and stuff, you already know what the next step is, but it sure helps you get organized going forward. It's busy. It's gonna be busy through Christmas. Keep your phones close. Don't go away too far. And if you do, make sure that Angel and I and Doug know who's taking care of your business, because the customer always comes first and we don't want to let that down. And like Doug said, be on the good list, not the naughty list. Have a great week. If you need me, call me.